Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th edition of the Midnight Run. I am your host Grace Matthews, and to my left is my co-host partner Ethan Hunter, and tonight we give you coverage on an Oregon woman winning $900,000 verdict after her date gave her herpes. And now more on that with Ethan.
According to the Los Angeles Times, the Oregon woman won a $900,000 jury verdict against a retired dentist who gave her a surprise case of herpes on their fourth date. In addition to that, it's the latest of a few large damage awards for an affliction so common it has become an abundant feature of dating life. The jury in Portland deliberated only 2 hours before finding that the woman was only 25% responsible for catching the sexually transmitted disease that consequently made her life a torment, while the man who neglected to inform her until after they'd had sex would have to compensate her for pain and suffering. In addition to that, the plaintiff's attorney, Randall Vogt, stated in an interview he was 69. My client was an extremely gorgeous 49. Furthermore, his argument to the jury was that defendant just wanted to sink his hooks into her
to protect their privacy. Neither the woman nor her date has been publicly identified. Nevertheless, the defendant's attorney didn't respond to calls for comment. However, according to Vogt, the case hinged on allegations of battery, the man's forceful consummation of the date before the woman could verify he was wearing a condom, and negligence, his failure to disclose that he had herpes until it was too late. Nonetheless, Vogt stated the case was made simpler to prove because the woman had obtained a clean bill of health, specifying she hadn't formed antibodies to herpes shortly before the date in question. The lawyer stated that the two met on the online dating site Harmony and decided to have sex on their fourth date. Additionally, Vogt said the woman requested the man to use a condom and presented him one from her bedstand. However, the next thing she knew, he was on top of her, and without the condom.
Next, very shortly afterward, he stated, the man told her he was a carrier of herpes, although he was not suffering lesions at the time. Vogt said the virus is transmissible not only when there are evident lesions, but when the virus is in a shedding phase with no apparent signs. Besides that, Vogt stated, I argued that the reason he told her afterward was that he had a guilty conscience about what he had just done. According to the Oregonian, which kept up with the trial, the defense attorney Sean Lilligreen introduced the possibility that the woman may have had sexual encounters with other men who might have infected her with the disease. The retired dentist testified that he didn't know he was contagious, and told her only because he believed it would become essential as their relationship progressed.
Likewise, Lilligreen argued that the woman bore responsibility for the encounter as well. And according to the Oregonian, Lilligreen told the jury, grow up, come on, you're an adult, he's an adult, they had sex, and that she is not some innocent little victim. Besides that, the case was one of numerous that have awarded damages or ensued in settlements as a result of herpes infection. Additionally, possibly the largest was in California, where a state appeals court in 2011 advocated a $4.3 million award to a Riverside County woman who caught herpes from a former boyfriend.
In closing, I think it's important to disclose if you have a disease before you have sex with someone so they don't catch too. Plus, I think that old timer should do his homework before making assumptions, because he could save him and the lady a lot of grief. For him, his money, and her own life free of herpes. But unfortunately it did not turn out that way, and hopefully they both have learned an important lesson from this experience.
Well, this concludes tonight's broadcast. And to all our viewers, we hope you will tune in for the next edition of the Midnight Run. I'm Grace Matthews signing off.
And I am Ethan Hunter signing off. And please, if you have something to add on the topic of tonight's broadcast, please comment below.